Okay, so my name is Joe Kelzer, and I am the co-founder and CEO of The Clearing. And today we're going to talk a little bit about why we feel the kinds of things we feel and why those things cause us to use, and then what we can do about it. So we have a little model here at The Clearing, and we call it the anger, hurt, loving model. And here's how this works for all of us. So what we know is that anytime we're angry and we're feeling anger, we know that underneath that anger, there's a hurt. There's something that's hurting us inside. We also know that underneath the hurt, there's loving. There's always loving underneath the hurt. And finally, we know that if we apply love to the parts inside that hurt, we heal. So that's a really simple model in terms of how our emotions are built inside. But here's something that's really kind of interesting. So first of all, we decide that it's not okay for one reason or another to express our anger. So we cut ourselves off from that. And typically when we cut ourselves off from our anger, we begin to feel depression. Depression is anger turned inward. Anger turned inward. So the next thing is that most of us don't want to feel our hurts inside because they hurt. That's why it's called that. So what we do is we cut ourselves off from feeling that as well. So now that we're not going to feel our hurt and we're not going to feel our anger, we have our emotions bouncing back and forth like this. Just kind of a slow bounce. And what that really is anxiety. So as we're bouncing back and forth and we're feeling anxiety, that's bad enough. But now let's do something else. Let's add stress to our lives. And now this becomes panic. Anxiety adds stress, starts bouncing back and forth really fast. Now we got panic. Well, what do we do about all this? Well, right now we're saying, man, I don't want to feel my anxiety, my panic, my stress, my depression. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use. Or I'm going to get really busy so that I don't have time to feel. Or I'm going to create some kind of dysfunctional relationship. That way, I can work on their issues instead of mine. Or I'm going to have a lot of sex, because that's a fun way to not feel my feelings. So these are the kinds of things that we wind up working with at The Clearing. And there is a way out. The way out is to come back here and learn constructive ways to express our anger. And to make it okay to feel my hurts. And then when we do that, we're able to apply love to the parts inside that hurt, and we heal.